said specific, sincere, short and sweet, sensitive to the individual preferences. Soon, if it can be spontaneous, great, but get to them soon and make it special. You came up with some really good examples of making it special. Is doing those things harder than your normal job?
No.
Okay, so if it isn't, why don't we do it more often? Because most people say, well, I really should do it more often, but I don't. So there must be something getting in the way, because it isn't how hard it is to do it.
Criticism, maybe?
Say again?
The criticism by others?
Yes. Okay, so the reaction you get from giving the recognition?
Because a lot of times you go and give somebody praise like that and you recognize them, and you know, they might get picked on later on, but oh, you're the...
Yeah, yeah.
That's a lot of times we don't do it.
Okay, so that's one of the reasons we should do it in private a lot of times. So that, if you pull somebody off for a private conversation, do they assume it's a criticism?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the more you pull people off to give them compliments, the more people won't assume it's a criticism. They'll think, oh, maybe you just got a compliment.
Actually, one time I pulled one of the ladies out of the line because she caught something that, you know, it could have been worse. I took her upstairs because my boss wanted to talk to her. And by the time she got out there, she was crying. I'm like, what's wrong? Am I in trouble? I'm not in trouble. And when she started talking to her, she came downstairs so happy.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thanks for sharing that. What's another reason that it's, we don't do it as often as we should?
We're too busy in our daily things. We just forget. We don't take the time to do it.
Real busy. Is recognition part of your job?
It should be.
Because we recognize the bad.
So are other things more clearly part of your job?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess that's part of the challenge is how do we make it clear that now that you're in a leadership role, this is essential to your job. That you're not going to be a successful leader unless you're catching people doing things right and make them feel proud of what they're doing and feel appreciated.
Company culture has an impact on that, and we are all very aware that our owner, to give him a compliment, he is so uncomfortable he can't stand it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need a compliment. Seeing the result of his work is his intrinsic satisfaction. So I mean, people have to tell him, okay, we did a good job. So when you talk about it in the Monday meeting, we say, don't say but. You know, tell everybody what we did good and stop. We actually coach him because he's so uncomfortable receiving, he can't give it either. So we have no, I mean, it's not part of our...
Is part of the problem that if you gave it to him privately, it wouldn't be as embarrassing as when he gets it publicly?
No, he's just as bad privately.
Oh. Anybody else have a difficult time receiving a compliment, even in private? Yeah? So is there anything that people can do to help with that?
No, I mean, part of it's how I was raised. I mean, very old school, and it was always, this is what I can improve on. And it's just what I'm comfortable with is, you know, I'm a busybody too. So I don't like getting compliments because I like to know what I can improve on, and it gives me something else to work on too. So.
Okay, so it's a compliment to challenge you to do better because we know you can always do better. So,
yeah, if you look at it that way, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a way of being sensitive to somebody, is really listening to them and learning from them is a compliment. Giving them a challenge is a compliment. There are different ways to compliment people other than saying, hey, that was really great what you did. Okay, so any other examples of, one of the things that went through my mind is, sometimes you're uncomfortable receiving compliments, but you feel good about it later. So at the moment, you don't know how to react. And that's why it's important to remind people to say thank you so they know what the appropriate response is.
You know, along the line of what Matt was saying, I know that what feels very complimentary to me is seeing that I'm being trusted. That, you know, that the decision or the plan or the project that I'm completing, you know, if somebody gives it to me and I'm allowed to take it through by myself, that to me is a trust, and that's a compliment too.
Yeah, absolutely. So different ways people know they're appreciated. And sometimes it's good to make it very explicit. Sometimes it's implicit in the way you interact with somebody. Any other things that get in the way of you or others in your organization giving recognition? Take a look at page 6. Are any of the things on that list? We have 23 reasons people have given us for why we don't give recognition. And circle the ones that sometimes apply to you.